All right, welcome back to the channel, everyone. Hopefully you guys are having a great rest of your day, start to your day, whatever time it may be. It's a little late, but we are gonna be making our way up to the shop, Pat Built Performance, because there is yet another ESS Supercharged S650 Mustang GT about to be strapped down on the dyno. Now, this is gonna be what I would call a more max effort setup. This is going to be the G3R Supercharger with a fuel system on the 100mm pulley. I'm curious to see how much this car is going to make. Let me know down in the comment section what you guys think the Mustang GT is going to make with an ESS G3 Supercharger. Super excited. Hopefully you guys are as well. If you guys enjoy the dyno videos, feel free, drop a like on the vid, subscribe to the channel, turn on those post notifications, and let's get on the way. Now it's a perfect excuse to go ahead and take the Shelby GT350 out. We have to go ahead and complete 1,000 miles on the clutch, as well as the new transmission. So let's go a little startup, not a cold start. Need to get gas. I've been driving the car around, obviously, to get some miles in. We have 153 miles on the car right now, so you know, we're making some progress. We'll get it done before Texas 2K, mark my words. All right, we are at the E85 station. Take a look at this, y'all. E85 is 314, 87 is 329. I can't tell you the last time I've seen E85 $3+ dollars. Actually, it was back when I lived in Chicago. Insane, man. Insane. I know exactly why it's $3, but man, make no type of sense, man. Well, it does make sense, but that's real unfortunate. It is also starting to drizzle, which also kind of sucks, but it is what it is. Woo. Gotta get that key battery before I'm gonna be real upset. I think I'm mad with this damn gas. Wait till that key battery dies and I have the car lot. Ooh, I'm gonna be crashing out. It's happened before. All right, we are at the shop and we have an S650 here. Very nice. Carbon fiber exhaust tips, carbon fiber deck lid. See, we have an ESS G3. Hopefully you guys can hear me over the fans. This one is on the 100mm pulley. Now this car does have headers. I believe it has an X-pipe, obviously an exhaust. It does have oil pump gears, and it also has the Wingard performance fuel system. It's on E85. We're gonna see what it makes with the 100mm pulley on E85. I think it's gonna make some pretty good power. I think it's gonna make some pretty good power. Hope the fan is not overpowering everything. We need to cool the car down because it is very hot. This is a 10-speed car as well. It is on a street tire, so it should get a very accurate reading. 10 or 80 car. I think it's gonna be pretty good. I think it's gonna be pretty good. All right, y'all. These are loud. ears are ringing.
861.
861? Oh my gosh, my ears are ringing so loud. Alright. So it's consistent.
Yeah, but look at that boost, how it dropped off so much.
True, yeah.
Because I had the valves open now and there was no back pressure on that. And then you see how it carried way more up top too?
Yep.
That's because of that, that's the back pressure there.
Alright, y'all, so ESS G3, 100 mil. It's hot. Man. Alright, so here's the SAE number for y'all. 842 617. SAE smoothing fine. So we got both numbers. Take a look at the curve. Boost.
One eternity later.
All right, it is a few days later. Hopefully you guys are having a great rest of your day, start your day, whatever time it may be. I think it's very important that we all realize that dynos are just a tool. They are just a tool. They're not the end all be all. I am certain the owner is going to enjoy that ESS Supercharged S650 Mustang GT. I'm curious what the draggy data is going to be on that vehicle. Obviously, it's not my vehicle. Otherwise, I'd be getting that data ASAP, because I'm honestly really curious to see exactly how fast they are with the standard G3 blower on the 100mm pulley, because we all know how quick they can go with the G3R in like the 100mm, the 95 and below. But getting these braking miles done, we're at 361 miles, so we are making some, you know, decent time, even though we did have some pretty bad weather. I'm confident that I am going to be able to get all the miles done by Friday, which will give me a couple days to test the car before taking it to Mexico. Now, I have an opportunity to go down to the 100mm pulley. Right now the car's on the 105. I said I wasn't gonna go below the 105. The only thing I was gonna do was switch to the Grip Tech 105 because this car needs it with the green belt. I had the opportunity to go to the 100. I don't think I'm gonna do it. I do not think I'm gonna do it. I just don't think it's, number one, necessary, and also I don't think it's necessarily safe whatsoever. So I think I'm just gonna leave it the way it is right now. Because this car is on like a completely different setup. We got, you know, new clutch, new transmission. I'm confident in this stage 3 transmission, but again, it's just like, I think it would be dumb to to essentially just get the car back and then turn it up without testing it. You know what I'm saying? That'd be dumb, because I'd turn it up and I'd have like realistically like a day or two, and I know I would go take it out to get some runs in prematurely, and I don't want to do that. So I think I'm gonna leave the car on the 105. It's plenty fast. You know, 950 wheel is no joke. This car will eventually go on the 100mm pulley, but I think for Texas 2K, we are gonna play it smart, and we're gonna keep it on the 105. Love to go down there with a 1,000 horsepower car to the wheels, but I think it's a little bit too soon. We might do it for streetcar takeover, I'll tell you that. We might be going down to streetcar takeover with a 1,000 wheel, but Texas 2K, damn, I mean, it would be badass. I'm not gonna lie, coming back down with literally 200 more horsepower than I did last year. Fuck, but it's not smart. It's not smart. This thing would be probably a riot. It already is, but I just know it'd be insane on the 100mm pulley, man. It would be insane. Absolutely insane. But that would not be smart. smart at all, because I really haven't even gotten runs on the 105. I've raced a couple, you know, a couple buddies and stuff like that, but I haven't really raced the setups that I want to race on the 105 yet, and hopefully I can get that done for Texas 2K. Because in all reality, I'm not trying to run, this is completely like ironic, I'm not trying to really run any ESS Mustangs. I'm not trying to really run any what's something that's super common that you see all the time, like I guess like Whipple Mustangs. I'm trying to run shit that like is interesting. Like, I'm trying to run, you know, heads cam porta blower C7Zs, 2650 C7Zs, heads cam porta blower ZL1s, 2650 ZL1s, you know, stuff like that you don't normally see. I'd say upgraded turbo BMWs, but the only thing about those upgraded turbo BMWs, I know y'all are sneaky. I mean, they just, those fellas just lie. You know what I'm saying? You'll race one, if you gap it, oh, it's just downpipe tune, when it really could be upgraded turbos. You know what I'm saying? Or if you lose to one, oh, it's just downpipe. It's literally the same thing. Oh, they just say it's stock with the tune or some bullshit. That's why I don't like racing BMWs, not because I'm afraid of racing them, but like for content rise. It's like, I love to race, but you know what I'm saying? If I'm gonna like go out to race and record and like, you know, it's like, what the fuck? And it's always the BMW guys that be capping about what they got done. So it's like, whatever. Obviously Mopar 2 would be cool to race. I'm trying to race some exotics as well, like some Vipers, some like McLarens and shit like that. You know, not to get ahead of myself, but just because it'd be interesting and it would be fun to go ahead and get some runs against that stuff. Also, I think it'd be really cool to race, if it's there, a C8 ZR1. I think that'd be really, really interesting because they're tunable now, so that'd be badass to get a race with that. I'm trying to race stuff that's like interesting, not like the run-of-the-mill setup, even though I'm in an ESS Mustang literally. But you know, it's ironic, I'm not trying to race no ESS G3 car in the hunt, and that, been there, done that 1,000 times. I'm trying to race stuff that people don't normally see. I think that'd be kind of cool. Like twin turbo Mustangs would be cool to run, a couple more of those. But in all reality, I'm trying to stay away from racing just Mustangs, because if I want to race Mustangs, I'll just stay in Houston. You know, there's no point to go to Mexico to go race the shit that I can see, you know, every weekend, you know, going out to a park and chill. So let me know down in the comment section if you guys agree, because I know y'all gonna be pissed if I go down there and race ESS Mustangs. Hell, I'm gonna be pissed if I go down there and race ESS Mustangs. There's like one of them that I want to race, cause it's my buddy that is from my old town. So you know, it'd be cool to go ahead and get, you know, a run. And the last time I ran him, I was NA, so it's been a long time coming. But you know, I kind of want to race some shit that like you don't normally see, or is just different that I have not seen. So let me know if you all agree. Cause shit, bro, I bet you everybody and their mom that has an ESS Mustang is trying to race some other shit too. You know what I'm saying? They're probably trying to race oh, I'm trying to run some C6 ZR1s too. That'd be sick. Definitely try to get some runs in against that. You know, just stuff that's not Ford. F-150s, that'd be cool too. But I'm trying to race. Ah, damn. There's like two cops, one over there, one over there. I'm trying to race stuff I have not seen and not raced before. And above all, I am not doing no goddamn reruns. I am not racing cars I've already raced. That is a waste of time. I'm not doing that shit. Hell no. So, and I'm also not racing no Houston cars. Waste of time as well. So I'm trying to race people that I've not met before, cars I have not seen, and setups I have not raced or seen before. That's kind of what I'm trying to accomplish at Texas 2K, and we are gonna get it done, ladies and gentlemen. We're gonna get it done. I'm gonna make sure that we get it done.
All right, back at the casa. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video. I enjoy making the dyno videos because it's really interesting to see exactly how much different setups make on the dyno. I know a lot of you guys wonder, you know, the SAE, the STD numbers. Let me know what you guys think about the ESS Supercharged S650 Mustang GT. 10R80 car. But remember, dynos don't mean everything. I'm confident that car is gonna be ripping it on the street. I'd actually like to see it at like a meet in the future. Maybe it comes to X2K. I think that'd be pretty interesting to see how, you know, it could stack up. The G3 100mm E85 Gen 4 versus, you know, a lot of Gen 3 cars, or maybe even my car. I mean, I think that'd be pretty cool. I just said in the video I didn't want to race no ESS Mustangs, but you know, an S650, I'll let that slide. But yeah, I'm gonna catch you guys in the next one. Like I said, do your thing if you enjoyed the video, and above all, stay safe out there, y'all. Deuces.